Fight!
And tell people get back to the fucking oven. Let's get back to the fucking oven. Let's get back to the oven, yo. I feel like there is a real difference when you put something in the oven versus that air fryer.
Oh, 100%. But the air fryer is like it's an easy bake oven. That's what the air
Oh,
fryer
for
is.
sure. Air fryer is easy bake. That should not be the only option.
Like when I have a kid, I'm gonna just get her an air fryer. She don't need an easy bake oven. I'm gonna just get her an air fryer.
Yeah, hit it with the air fryer. Put some stickers on it. Make the shit look cool.
Air fryer with Paw Patrol stickers on it.
Hello Kitty shit. Nah, that shit insane. Man, welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast. A new year, a new us, right? New year, new us.
Like, New Year, same podcast though.
Same pod. We stay podding. All right. This is the podcast for casuals. That's never changed. If you are casual, this for sure is for you. Not gonna lie. Lost my train of thought a little bit, but I don't. One thing I don't forget is about that donation, y'all. That donation always works.
Donation.
No matter what.
Donation.
Here comes the money.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And if you contribute, you know, on a monthly basis, shout out to you. Don't have music for you, but I want to shake your hand. Shake your hand. That being said, let's go into some things we just do not care about real quick. We got some things we got to talk about.
We do not.
Man,
care.
I miss these sounds. I miss these sounds from the last pod. I miss pushing buttons. Not gonna lie.
We got to figure out whenever we do it in person. We got to figure out a way to.
Cause he has the same equipment as me. Like,
Yeah.
I saw that same board that I use. I'm like, damn. Like, and he mentioned, y'all got sounds that y'all want to play. I was like, we can figure it out. We can figure it out. I think it's just a matter of him being like locked in for like the first 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, hey, when I say this, just press it again, press it. But we'll get that figured out. But first thing we don't care about, Jokic had an injury. I believe it was a leg injury, hyperextension. Has him out for 4 weeks, or he'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks. So you know what that means. That doesn't mean he's going to be playing in 4 weeks. He'll probably be 6, which has people talking about, you know, other things as MVP conversations. We'll get into all those conversations later.
Yeah.
But I just want people to understand he's out. Rest up. Go check on your horses. Another tradition.
I see somebody say that because Jokic he's so unathletic that he didn't tear his ACL. He just hyperextended his knee, and I laughed because it was funny.
Yeah, had he been more athletic, he probably would have been out for the season. I think I believe that now. Look at America finding a way to not shame obesity. We'll find it. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. That being said,
We do not care.
another traditional big, Audie Cooks. I saw an insane stat line from this woman that plays for Iowa State. I think she dropped 41. She's been consistently dropping 30 to 40 points. This isn't a traditional power forward. This is a low post center.
Yeah.
She's just moving.
Yeah.
You need one of those. You need somebody that can work the low post like that. But I'll tell you this. I am interested to see how that translates.
That's really like wait, what year is she? Is she a senior?
She might. I've seen her before last
Yeah,
year.
because I remember her last year. But was she? Let me look it up real fast.
She might be a senior this year. If she is, then oh wow.
Don't tell me her age. Tell me her year in college. I don't care how old she is. Okay, no, she's gonna be a junior, I believe, next year.
Oh, she's only a sophomore?
Yeah, this is her second year.
Oh, she got time then. Okay, she has time. Okay. She does have time. That's not bad. Okay, that's not bad.
Yes, this is her second. Wait, this is her third year. My fault. This is her third year. She has one more year.
That's still not bad. She still has she still has another season. I'll try to shed some of that weight weight down a little bit. But like, I'll say this, because as impressive as it is, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I be watching Iowa State basketball or women's Iowa State basketball. But the highlights I be seeing, I'm like, damn, y'all really must have some sharp shooters. Cause why y'all not double teaming this woman? Like,
No,
why is she off?
I seen somebody say that, and I looked at like their 3-point shooting as a team. They're all snipers. Everybody around here is a sniper.
That's
They're
great.
all shooting like they're all shooting like 37% for three or something crazy like that.
Way to fucking recruit.
Yes.
Oh my god. Hey, I might pick them niggas to win this year then. If that's how y'all rolling, y'all got some sharpshooters and an unstoppable big.
Yeah, I'm looking at the people that play the highest. Or she shoots 0% from three because all she needs to do is go inside.
She don't need that shit at all, bro.
But of the people, the highest minutes on the team, one guard shoots 27%, so that's not good. But all the other people with the highest minute who have 15 plus minutes on the team, they're all shooting at least 37%.
Wow. Oh my god, wow. Who's the highest percentage?
There's two 50%ers.
Oh wow.
From three, but I don't see how many attempts they have.
250%.
But they both play 21 minutes and 25 minutes respectively.
Yeah. Nah, these women this school sound like they know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah, big time.
And then having this chemistry for the next season too. Oh yeah. Oh, they cooking over there.
Okay, last thing real quick. I found the attempts now. I kept scrolling. I found the attempts. The two 50% shooters, they're both 25 and 50 from three. So
they letting that bitch fly.
Yes. They're both tied for the second most 3-point attempts on the team. So like, yes, they're shooters like crazy.
They are shooters. Yeah. Yeah, okay, and then you just letting Audie just cook. No pun intended. Like, she really just cooking these bitches. Damn. Yeah, okay, that means that this won't be her last 40-point game. She gonna have more.
Yeah. That's a crazy team. I do like we both said, we want to see how it works in the WNBA, but she got some time before we got to worry about that. But she is going crazy though.
She is, and I think she might be able to work on her passing. I've seen her like, entry pass some shit. I'm like, okay, well, develop your game. Yeah. I see you. What comp would you give her? Like what? Like,
nigga, I have no idea. I don't know. We've seen nothing like that before.
Nah, dead ass.
I'm not even. No,
joking. Like dead ass. I've never seen something like this a day of my life.
Yeah, so Wilt, I don't fucking know. Like
I don't know. And what do they call? And do they call women big men?
I feel like they.
Or is it just big? Calling you a big?
I for sure heard big, but I think they say, well, it doesn't matter. I don't think.
Well, I know they don't say big women.
Yeah, but I don't think if you say big man, I don't think they get offended. Cause like they know what you're talking about.
If they did get offended, what's your course of action? How you responding to that?
My fault. I just say big then. Like what?
Maybe I'm too woke. Anyway, moving on. Now we got let's get into more college. Let's talk about this college football playoffs. I'm not gonna lie to you, Jax. I started giving a fuck as soon as the playoffs started. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, and I was like, oh, okay, like I'll just flip this on because there's nothing else on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, damn, I am kind of entertained. I'm a fan of Michael Irvin being Michael Irvin. I'm a fan of seeing upset victories. You know what I mean? Like, or just traditional powerhouses just falling. Like, I'm a fan. Jax, where you want to go with this? Where you want to start?
Let's just go in order by like how the games happened, because the first game that did happen was a good game, and it was that Miami versus Ohio State, and that game went like, I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on here before. Like we used to be more into college football like in our younger days than we are now, just because of how life goes. Sometimes like you loved it when you were a kid,
like
then it change a little bit, and you stop paying attention, and Yeah, so we both were bigger college football fans back in the day. So we haven't really paid that much attention to the college football season this year. But I mean, I've heard some stuff about Miami, and we know about Carson Beck and things like that. But actually watching them and seeing them bully uh, Ohio State,
Next
I
level.
was I was shocked to say the least. Because you know Ohio State, you know they got Jeremiah Smith, who's going to be like the first receiver. He would have been the first receiver drafted in any of the past like 3 drafts that happened. Like he's that great, and he still has one more year of college. You know, Ohio State, their defense is always amazing. They got Matt Patricia, who was a terrible defensive coordinator in the NFL, but he's hooping in college. Uh, their
I mean, this
quarterback
is
was
the
a Heisman
defending
hopeful.
champions.
Yeah, and they're the defending championship. Like you know, Ohio State as a powerhouse, and then Miami. We know about them historically, like back in the day with like the U. You know, they had Ray Lewis, they had Ed Reed. Even further back, they had Michael Irvin. Like they used to be something, but they haven't been something in so long. But this
Yeah.
year, excuse me, this year they're going crazy, and you got to see that against Ohio State, who was the second-ranked team in the nation. And Miami just like, in the words of Michael Irvin, Miami just gave them belt. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. It's
Yeah,
been bad.
who was that edge rusher they got? Ruben Bain. He looked like he looked like a faster Chris Jones to me, and
Yeah.
he was just seeing him come off the ball. He was in Julian Sand, who's the Ohio State quarterback. He was in his face literally every play. Uh, the defense was picking them off. Had a pick six early in the game. It sort of went all bad for Ohio State. So seeing that game, that was just crazy.
Yeah, I agree with every sentiment you said. It just felt something I wasn't really expecting. You know, I was expecting a good game, but belt
Nigga,
did
exactly.
not expect that. But I'm always going to be a fan of finding new videos of Michael Irvin taking his belt out and whooping inanimate objects. I'm always going to be a fan of that.
Yeah.
So I hope they make it to the natty, because if these niggas make I don't know what this nigga Michael Irvin may do. I don't give a damn about Carson Beck. What that nigga Mike Irv gonna do?
And then like another thing is, I could see I could see them going to Natty because just like the way like the only issue I guess I could see for Miami is their offense because they won 24-14, but it looked more like watching it. It felt more like a blowout than the score indicated. But like their offense was a little bit. It took a while for their offense to get going for real, and it was really like their defense who was putting that pressure on Ohio State in the first place, which was the catalyst to the win. So like I could I could see their offense giving them a little bit of trouble in the future, but like that defense is just so dominant. Like I could see them going to the national championship.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. Not at all. Good one.
The next game we had that was the Orange Bowl. It was Oregon versus excuse me, goodness gracious, I'm dying slowly. It was
Yeah,
Oregon
same.
versus Texas Tech. And that game was also another like I don't with that game they won 23-0. They shut out Texas Tech. So like when you hear that, you think, oh my gosh, they were just getting bullied and all that the whole time. But like
Nah, that motherfucker was
honestly,
close. That shit was close all the way into like the fourth, nigga. It was like
I was
6-0 for like 3 quarters. I was like, whoa. And I was somebody that's been hate watch. I hate watch Texas Tech. I am a next level hate watcher. I don't like the school. I've never liked it. Them niggas be talking mad shit and they throw tortillas on their field. I never understood the hype. So as much as I don't give a fuck about Oregon, I was definitely like, okay, please, Oregon, like let's speed this up. Like I can't take this anymore. But they just started rolling all of a sudden. I'm like, damn. Well, I will say, there was some turnovers, mad turnovers.
yeah, because it was just two of the best defenses in the country. Because Texas Tech, I think, like they have the most, which is a crazy thing to say, but I'm pretty sure like ESPN said that they have the most expensive a defense in the country, which is a crazy thing to say for a college program. Because what the fuck do you mean the most expensive? But they
Especially
spend the
at
most.
Texas Tech. Why is y'all? Why is
Texas
y'all
Tech
the
got
most?
Texas Tech got oil money,
Yeah, but I
so
mean,
like
like
that's a curve on that.
compare. I'm saying like compared to like A&M and UT, like I would like when I hear like the most expensive, I'm like, damn, like y'all
I
beat out
think
not only y'all beat out the whole state.
I'm pretty sure actually A&M was
Damn.
second.
Okay, that don't surprise me.
Yeah, but like Texas, them not having that, like Texas should be the number one team for NIL, but I feel like Texas is sort of bougie and be like, man, people want to play for us. We don't got to spend all that money for them.
They got that New
But
York Knicks mentality. It's the Knicks.
yeah,
It's the Knicks. Nigga, just
literally.
come here. All right, that makes sense. Okay,
But
I can see it now.
but talk about the game though. Like we said, it was the closest. It was the closest 23-0 shutout we've ever seen because Texas Tech defense was like Texas Tech offense was disgusting, derogatory, but Texas Tech defense was disgusting, complimentary. Because like they were bullying Oregon the entire time, and I think towards the end it was like a little bit of them getting tired and a little bit of them giving up. Because like they're just like, bro, we picked them off multiple times. We've been stopping them, forced fumbles, etc. And we still can't. The offense still can't do nothing. So I think they sort of just like, man, there's nothing we could do, and Oregon ended up pulling away. But that Texas Tech defense was amazing. They got an edge rusher, David Bailey. He's finna go super duper high in the draft. And then they got a white linebacker with the mustache that has
Oh
a
yeah,
Hispanic last name that everybody likes.
yeah, they've been hyping that nigga up all season.
Yeah, they said he should have won the Heisman. I was like, all right, bro, we can chill as far as that. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm be honest with you. I didn't really see him that much of that game. Like maybe I was just tripping. I mean, I'm not saying he probably didn't make no impact plays, but the defense as a whole was fire. But for them to be talking about Heisman shit, I was like, damn, this nigga really ain't pop. He ain't pop up on screen like I would.
they
I
also
would
have
think.
Texas got another white linebacker who I was getting them confused. I'm not gonna lie to you because they both got like I think one is 12 and one is 10, but they got another white linebacker who's good as well and also has a mustache. So there's that. But nah, the game wasn't good to watch from like a entertainment standpoint, but just seeing those defenses get after it, that was a good game as far as that.
Yeah, it was a good game if he was a real X and O's kind of guy. Or all 22 type of nigga.
The next game we had was honestly, people might have thought it was a shocker. I didn't think it would be a shocker, and that's Indiana, and they stomped out Bama. They won 38-3, and it was never close. It was never, not even a little bit. Like Indiana just hit them harder. That's it. I texted y'all. I was like, these niggas are hitting today. Like they just hit them niggas harder. They just bullied them the entire game. It's crazy to see because you never see Alabama, like the Bama get bullied like that.
Yeah, man, this not Nick Saban no more, man. This not Nick Saban no more, bro. Like, and I really do fuck. What's his name? Signetti? What's his name?
Yeah, Signetti, the coach.
Yeah, Signetti. I really fuck with this nigga's debater. I knew what time it was. I don't know if you remember. Was it 4th and 1? I don't know when. It was like a 4th down, and like they were like, they lined up like they was going. Alabama lined up like they was trying to punt for real. They moved up and tried to like X, Y, and Z. Dumb niggas wasn't phased. They called the timeout. Said, "Fuck it, we gonna run a play," and stop them niggas. And they panned that cam to Signetti. I was like, I already.
These niggas really try that. They really tried to draw us offside. Like when that happened, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I would have had that same face because I was like, "What are they even doing?" Because even if they're trying to draw them offsides, I feel like they executed it very, very poorly in the first place.
Very bad.
But he was just looking at them like, "Did this nigga really just try to do that to me?"
Like, why you disrespecting me, fuck nigga? And they had Ty Simpson. They had Ty Simpson in fucking hell. They had that nigga Ty Simpson.
He left the game. They say he like cracked his ribs or whatever, and they put the backup in. The backup did like a little bit better, but it was like too little, too late by the time because he was Simpson left at what halftime, I believe. And by that time, it was already like the game was already over by halftime.
Yeah, it was over.
Anyways,
And these niggas was getting popped. It's weird looking at Indiana like a football school, but I fuck with this program. And Mendoza kind of growing on me. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, he played well. He didn't have to go as crazy because it was just like a balanced steamrolling of Alabama. Honestly, like the running game was working, passing was
Everything
working. Like
was
he just
working.
really had to like chill a little bit. He made a couple like great throws, but he didn't have to do too much. It was light work.
He did not have to dig deep in his bag at all. Like, it was really, but really, like it really felt like a tune-up game, nigga. Like it just didn't feel.
Shit.
Which is crazy. Using Alabama as a tune-up game sounds insane.
Using Alabama in the playoffs as a tune-up game is crazy. But one thing I did like though, at the end of the game when they did like Rose Bowl or rather game MVPs or whatever, they ended up giving it to their O line. So I did like that, and everybody was
That's
celebrating
fire.
the team. And like that is fire, and like it's valid because they was dominating them niggas, bro. Like, Bama didn't have shit for him.
Bama ain't have no kind of answer for him. Even Nick Saban on the broadcast, was like, yeah, I was with my golfing buddies. I was so surprised that they thought, Indiana wasn't going to win this. They're a good team. Nigga, when Nick Saban is saying that, no, it's valid.
And Signetti, he's also like a former Nick Saban assistant as well. I think all the coaches left in the playoffs are actually.
We gotta talk about that nigga coaching tree. I got to see.
All of them are former Bama assistants because Miami, Mario Cristobal, Oregon, Dan Lanning, Signetti, and then let's go ahead and go to the next game with Ole Miss because that was the best game of the weekend.
Absolutely,
barring that was
and it almost got crazier.
Okay, so fast forwarding to the end of the game. After their kicker made that field goal to put them up 39-34, it was probably, I think they somehow.
Oh, it was 30. No, it was 37. It was 37-34. That field goal gave them 37. But whenever they did the kickoff or whatever, they let that hole go out of bounds. Something went out of bounds, and it was considered a safety, which gave them those additional.
No, I'm talking. Okay, so I must have misspoke, but I'm fast forwarding all the way to the end to like the last play. Where who had the ball? Georgia had the ball, and they were trying to do whatever they were trying to do.
Oh, after all the bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
Like, I did not think something was going to happen because those plays never work. Because it was the last play in Georgia. They tried to do that whole pass the ball lateral to everybody, and for the life of me, I don't know why. Ole Miss, they didn't have anybody rush the passer or anything, so Georgia, their quarterback, had all day back there to wait and throw. Then he finally threw it, and they're lateraling the ball. And that play went on for honestly because the clock had expired by then. I feel like the play went on for like dead ass 20 seconds because nobody was tackling anybody. And did you really think that they could make something happen on that last play?
Not with that approach. No, not with that approach. Like I was expecting, honestly, and I'll have to go back and see how far they were from the goal. Now, if they was launching that bitch Hail Mary, nigga, anything can happen. A tip pass, somebody can run that bitch in. Maybe it's one of those situations where the Detroit Lions play where that nigga catches it and he throws it back to the quarterback and he runs it in, and it just actually counts to that go around. But maybe that. But the lateral stuff, I've never seen it work outside of like that one Miami game against the Patriots, and I think that's just because some nigga fell asleep. Some nigga just fell asleep that game. I just once they started doing all that lateral shit, I was like, okay, it's just a matter of time. Like somebody's gonna tackle, or somebody's gonna fumble it, and then the other team's gonna recover it and take it to the house.
That is what happened actually. So yeah,
yeah. So
speaking on the rest of the game, well, that game was crazy. It was a real deal for real, back and forth. And Gunnar Stockton, the quarterback from Georgia, I have to put a little bit more respect on his name because he's been like talked about at Georgia for a while now, as far as like recruiting and things like that. But historically, Georgia quarterbacks like suck. To be honest, none of them have been good at really any level
I mean, at the
ever.
pro,
To be
at the
honest,
pro,
like
yeah,
yeah,
bro. I had so much high hopes for Jake Fromm. That was the first nigga. I'm like, damn, this nigga might do something. Disappointed me.
nah,
Like, well,
yeah. But
I
I
stopped
like
giving a
I
fuck.
gotta put more respect on his name because they was throwing that ball. He was getting hit too. It was real football on my television screen. Him and Trinidad Chambliss, the quarterback for Ole Miss, who
Yeah.
people are like, this game was crazy, and people started talking about him and like, oh, he might be the second best quarterback coming into the draft or whatever because he could go to the draft. He should go to the draft because this is his fifth year of college football, and nigga, you need to stop that shit after 5 years. But I can get into that later. But nah, he was hooping like crazy. It was just an all around good game. But one thing that I really was thinking the entire time is, what is Lane Kiffin thinking right now?
Mm.
Because Lane
You,
Kiffin, he was their head coach the whole season. He left to go coach at LSU. And he kept trying to be like, oh, they wanted me to coach he wanted to be like, oh, the players, they wanted me to coach this game and blah, blah, blah. But I think one DT actually said that he felt that Lane Kiffin had been trying to troll and steal their thunder this whole time and blah blah blah. So it seems like players don't like him either. And I just want to know, like, what do you think is going on in Lane Kiffin's head right now?
I think he looking out. I think he looking at all them fucking assistants and all those fucking coaches right now and telling them niggas telling them niggas to go home. Take your ass home, nigga.
Go home, nigga. Take your ass home, nigga.
I think that's exactly what that nigga's thinking. Like, okay, fun's over. Bring your ass back to Baton Rouge, my nigga. But honestly, I mean, I don't think it would necessarily phase him unless Ole Miss goes out there and wins it all. If Ole Miss goes out there and wins it all, he might feel something. I don't think he feels something yet. I don't think he's there yet. Georgia's a big win though.
Let me
But
see the bracket.
shit.
This is the bracket. So we got Oregon will play Indiana. I'm taking Indiana that game because
Yeah, I'm taking Indiana too.
I'm just taking Indiana that game. But this Ole Miss Miami. Now, like I said, Miami, their defense is crazy, and so like I want to lean
and they
towards
have
Miami.
and they have Michael Irvin. Let's not forget that.
But Ole Miss is going to be fueled by like spite of Lane Kiffin, and that's a very strong motivator.
You know what else is a strong motivator? A nigga that's gone through the mist of pain. I missed that video so bad.
Absolutely amazing, bro.
No, man. But nah, I will say, I think this is probably the most toss-up game ever
Yeah.
for like Ole Miss versus Miami. But like realistically, I think I feel like Indiana's gonna make the championship. But
Yeah.
who do you think has a better chance of knocking Indiana off between Ole Miss and Miami? It's the real question.
I think, like, because I think Indiana's defense, because I'm pretty sure they have the number one defense in the country, like this entire season. But Miami's defense just hits so hard, and they have like respect, like all respect to Indiana. Like as a team, they played amazing and everything, but like Miami, I would say like their defense is more talented and they have like more talented players. Like they got some first round guys and just people who are physically bigger. Like, and we seen them niggas are going to hit because them niggas are hitting the fuck out of Ohio State. So
And not pussy.
if I had to choose between Miami or Ole Miss to knock out Indiana, I would choose Miami just off the strength of their defense. But I think just because, like I think their defense could give Indiana's offense some trouble, but on the flip side, I don't know if Miami's offense will be able to score on Indiana because Miami has some like explosive players and all that, but like their offense wasn't smooth sailing against Ohio State.
That's fair. That's extremely fair. I can't even hate on that. Both teams overachieved in my book, so I mean
100%.
So yeah, I mean at the end of the day it really doesn't matter. But from a Lane Kiffin standpoint, that nigga's not moving until Ole Miss finds a way to beat Fernando Mendoza, then it might be on some old shit. I might feel some type of way about this.
I don't know if he cares, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think he cares.
Like
I mean,
he doesn't strike me at like. I do not know that nigga from a can of paint, but from what I've seen and heard about that nigga, like he doesn't strike me as. And this is gonna sound very like a terrible thing to say on somebody's character, especially as a coach, but like he seems like he doesn't give a fuck about anybody or like any other team except like himself, like Lane Kiffin and what he got going on. He probably doesn't care. Like he's with LSU, he's gonna get a gigantic bag because I believe he's getting paid every time Ole Miss wins. I think LSU's giving him like $500,000, which is
oh shit.
because it was in his contract with Ole Miss that he would get the money for like playoff wins and everything. But since he left, he's obviously not getting that money from Ole Miss. So LSU was like, you know what? Hey, we'll give you the money instead, which is a very odd thing to do because like, nigga, no, that got shit to do with us. But
Nigga said, every time your bitch get battered, we're gonna pay you. We're gonna compensate you. That's such a crazy thing to say.
Exactly, but
That's fair.
I don't like. I guess, but like, I don't think Lane Kiffin doesn't strike me as somebody who cares about anything except what Lane Kiffin got going on. So, like, he's with LSU, he's getting a bag, and he's just gonna use this Ole Miss things, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, those are my players, my recruits, and blah blah blah." And then on top of that, you mentioned the assistant thing and how you were talking before we got on. You said you were talking about an article that came out from ESPN, and a lot of the Ole Miss assistant coaches that are there right now are signed on the Lane Kiffin staff at LSU, and some people are saying like they don't know because it was a transfer portal, correct? That transfer portal opens on Friday, I believe.
This upcoming Friday, the transfer portal opens, so they're not sure if those assistant coaches will be available to participate in that Miami game. So that's kind of like what's kind of going on. And I get it from both sides a little bit. Like I get that you want a fully staffed Ole Miss. Also understand that these niggas in the transfer portal get snatched up. It's almost like NBA free agency. It seemed like niggas as soon as the clock turned, they are signed. Like, oh, this nigga's gone. None. Like good players don't stay in the transfer portal past an hour, nigga. Like them niggas get snatched up. Like when they get to the transfer portal, they pretty much know where they're going for the most part. You would think so. I mean, Jax, what you thought? What? How you feel about this?
We were talking about, like I said, we talked about this earlier, and I'm glad that we had sort of disagreed because you were sort of not under the impression, but you were like, these assistant coaches who are signed on to go to LSU, they should just go to LSU and it shouldn't be a big deal. Me, I don't think like if I'm the assistant coaches and we're cooking like this in the playoffs, if we beat Miami or I guess they might not even be available for that Miami game, but like I'd want to coach against Miami just to see because like nigga, we could be going crazy. We could win the national championship for real. And like I think, let me see the assistant coaches who are signed on because it's some important coaches.
Yeah, I think it's if I'm not mistaken, it's a tight ends coach. I'm about to pull it. I'll pull it up too. There's quite a few of them. Offensive coordinator, tight ends coach, co-offensive coordinator Joe Cox, wide receivers coach / passing game coordinator George McDonald, and running backs coach Kevin Smith have all signed contracts to coach with Kiffin at LSU.
Like, respectfully, that's your entire offensive staff because Pete Golding, who they've appointed as their head coach now, he's a defensive guy. So that's their entire offensive staff. If they don't have that during that Miami game, they're more than likely going to lose. But, like, also, if I'm any of their coaches, I don't care that I'm signed on to LSU. Like, if we're cooking like this, I might have to rethink my contract with LSU. Because, like, if I'm the offensive coordinator and I'm just able to really just put my chef's hat on and cook as far as play calling and formation and things like that, and we're just having fun like this and winning games, I think I'd rather stay with LSU.
Yeah, I just feel like if you worried about Ole Miss and playing with Miami, I just feel like you should just stay with Ole Miss. Don't even go to LSU. Don't follow Lane Kiffin. Just stay committed to this shit right here. Like, but this signing LSU, like, but signing with Lane Kiffin at LSU, but still wanting to go. I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of like, from an LSU perspective, I love my school. Respectfully. Y'all niggas lost to fucking Houston in a bowl game. Nigga, we need recruits. Nigga, we need to stack. Nigga, we need to figure out how we gonna build this program right here. Nigga, we trying to get to a natty. If you worried about Ole Miss, just stay at Ole Miss.
LSU will always have recruits, bro. I don't think niggas need to worry about LSU getting recruits because it's Louisiana State University. People will always love that school and want to go there no matter what, bro. So I don't think they have.
Yeah.
I don't think they're having any trouble getting recruits.
I mean, hey, that's that mentality that be getting niggas up out the pain. Oh, we this okay, nigga. It's always that until niggas start losing to niggas they ain't got no business losing to. Then it's like, whoa, what's going on? Why are we losing to Houston? Hell, nigga, look, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know how we won that game. I thought y'all was gonna give us belt because that's a more athletic team than us. I'm looking at them niggas. I'm like, oh y'all, this is SEC. Y'all elite as fuck. Y'all still find a way to lose. So I mean, I the recruits, yes, I get it. I definitely understand. But what I also don't want to hear is that we didn't get our guys. I don't want to hear that shit either. Don't sit here and be like, oh, we didn't get our guys, but you got half of your fucking offensive team still, trying to do some shit with Ole Miss. I just feel like just commit to one or the other. All this bouncing in between, it's like, okay, like I understand why you want to be there, but if they make you report and in your heart of hearts, you don't want to report and you want to be with your Ole Miss team, I'll just say, just stay there, nigga. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. You gonna still get paid? You might get a promotion, nigga, because nigga, y'all gonna be down some bodies, nigga. You might get a position at Ole Miss that you probably thought you would never get. Lane Kiffin had already made his decision.
Right now,
like I'm saying, like if I was with the Ole Miss people, I feel like them Ole Miss niggas, I think them Ole Miss niggas just need to stay there and see how far y'all can go with fucking Ole Miss. I feel like it is so impressive to see if Ole Miss can win a fucking natty. Then it just ditch the team.
If they win a national championship and you was Lane Kiffin, how would you feel?
If I was Lane Kiffin and them niggas won a natty, in my mind, I'd feel like that was my natty.
You think
so? I wouldn't feel. Ring? You said what?
You think they'll give him like a ring or whatever?
No, he bitch ass nigga. He bitch ass. Nah, he moving like a whole ass nigga. Now, if I was in Lane Kiffin's shoes and I didn't do all that fuck shit, maybe they would give me a ring. But that being said, like,
if they win and they don't give him a ring, he's gonna do something. He's gonna buy himself a ring.
I mean, okay. I mean, he'll probably go to another yoga class. Who knows? But like, you chose your sandwich and you chose how to make it. Ain't nobody tell you to put that bitch on high heat. You left, nigga. Lane Kiffin put his food on high heat. Now he mad that niggas don't fuck with it. Nigga, I don't care.
If it's a nigga that cook on high heat, it's Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin for sure. That's a high heat nigga. He moved throughout his everyday life on high heat. On God, he do.
But let's move on to the NFL real fast because we touched on it a little bit as a we do not care the last pod, but getting into it a little bit more in depth. The whole Lamar Jackson thing. And granted, this is a tweet from Jackson Muse, so like take it with a grain of salt. But he says Lamar Jackson is the most disrespected MVP quarterback of all time. And like, honestly, I'm not mad at that statement because the way they treat this nigga, despite him being objectively amazing at quarterback, just blows my mind. Because he had a down season this year. Yes, he's had a plethora of injuries from like his hamstring. Now he has a back injury. But like on top of that, he doesn't have a line. I keep seeing low lights of that one. I cannot remember his name, but like I shouldn't know, but he's the right guard for the fact that I know it's the right guard specifically is just let you know it's a problem. But he's the right guard for the Ravens. I see his low light weekly. Lamar still hasn't had a good receiver in his entire career. If we're just being honest, he hasn't had a good receiver his entire career. And then the defense has regressed horribly. I think people are blaming that defensive coordinator. I'll be honest, I don't know enough about the Ravens defense to say whether that is the issue or not. But like the whole team has regressed, and he's had like it's a down year for them, and he's getting blamed for it. I'm just like I said, I'm just baffled. Reports that came out calling him like anonymous people and stuff like that would be like, oh, he spends too much time on video games. He don't take his diet seriously. He don't come into the off season voluntary workouts and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, bro, this is Lamar Jackson we're talking about. One of the he's probably like right now he's probably a top 10 quarterback of all time. And I think we can sort of say that comfortably just from the way he's dominated, from the way he's had the 2 MVPs, etc. He just doesn't have the Super Bowl yet. So it just blows my mind that everybody's treating him like this. And now I hear that there are rumors that the team might have to choose between keeping Lamar or keeping John Harbaugh or, making a trade. And it's just crazy talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie. All that stuff they talked about in like with Lamar Jackson, like all these like habits or whatever, I feel like niggas is lying. When has because they've waited until a down year to put this out and whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you. When has the NFL ever protected black people? Like, why would they need a losing season to have this excuse? This nigga has failed to reach the Super Bowl multiple times enough to leak this story out for you to say, hey, I mean, maybe if he was in, maybe if he was doing what he needed to do and not falling asleep, maybe he would, have a Super Bowl ring by now. Like, I feel like they would have had ring talks with this nigga already, but you didn't. And you waited until this season, the same season where Derrick Henry decides he doesn't know how to hold on to footballs anymore.
Everybody on the Ravens, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, Zay,
like
everybody.
It's just like, and that's why everything looks ridiculous. Because does Lamar Jackson have flaws? Absolutely. He absolutely has flaws in his game. He's not a perfect player. But they also understand that in the biggest moments, it's always another nigga doing some shit he has no business doing. You can't leak out that this nigga's falling asleep in football games right after Mark Andrews misses a wide open catch. You can't drop an article.
The ball. Mark Andrews trying to pitch the ball. And, like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
You can't drop an article like that after Derrick Henry fumbles the ball twice in week 1 after a game that y'all had in the bag against Buffalo. You can't when Zay Flowers decides to go east and west instead of north and south and fumbles the ball.
Nobody's in front of him.
Exactly. There are just certain things where it's just like, okay, it just doesn't make sense for you to just pile on a nigga that's been the only positive. And then as far as this Harbaugh situation versus Lamar Jackson, when the fuck did this become a coach league? When the fuck did we ever say we picked the coach over the player? And when has that ever worked out? When we're talking about high caliber, we're talking about MVP level. Don't tell me about Corey Coleman or some other nigga, some Xavier Leggett. We're not talking about niggas. We're not talking about them niggas. We are talking about MVPs. An MVP caliber nigga. When has it ever been we picked the coach over the player? The last time y'all tried to do that was with Tom Brady, and that nigga won a Super Bowl the very next season. And what did his coach do? We won't get into it.
Mac Jones and get a 21-year-old girlfriend. Get a girlfriend who's 50 years younger than him and start sucking.
My point exactly. So I don't even know why we having conversation about picking one or the other, like we talking about Shaq and Kobe or something. Like, what are you talking about?
It's weird how it always happens. Like stuff like this always happens with Lamar specifically. Like even during his contract in like, I think it was. I mean, not even. I know it was found out like objectively that the NFL was colluding, so he didn't get the fully guaranteed contract or whatever. And like nobody wanted to trade for him, even though they're like, oh, it's because they like gave him some special franchise tag, and if you wanted to pick him up, you had to give up like 2 first-round picks or something like that. And like,
And he's still worth it,
2
nigga.
first-round picks is a lot, but like, nigga, Sauce Gardner went for 2 first-round picks. Quentin Williams went for 2. Like, what are we doing? This is Lamar Jackson. Of course.
Like I said, I do. When it comes to that collusion, I'm not obtuse to understand what was going on in that moment. Okay. Yes, do I think these niggas be racist and everything happened to Lamar? Yes, I understand. But I do understand the context of Deshaun Watson getting that guaranteed money and Lamar wanting to be next. And them niggas putting their foot down and being like, hey, nigga, we are not doing that. We will never do no shit like this. Y'all do not do this. Because as soon as 2 niggas get fully guaranteed contracts, nigga, it's over. So I do understand the context of, okay, we're going to have to collude, my nigga. We going to have to collude because, and for the first time, they low-key did get it right because that nigga Deshaun Watson wet the fucking bed after getting that contract.
He still gets paid for the next year, which is crazy, nigga.
It was just unfortunate that Lamar had to be the example for that. But I do understand what the Monas was talking about. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was horrible. That was horrible that he got caught. Lamar got caught astray. And I hate that it had to be him. It should have been somebody else. It should have been another quarterback. I hate that it was his time. Hell no.
Should have been fucking Tua.
Yeah, somebody that we can really disrespect and it'll be okay. Like it'll be understandable, respectfully. I don't think you can respectfully disrespect somebody, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but
you
it's just I hate the way the NFL has treated Lamar and talks about Lamar, and it's for somebody who's objectively as good as him. It's just crazy to me that everything. It's always a scandal with him. He don't even be doing nothing.
Shit. He don't be doing nothing.
He's just showing up to work.
That nigga be in the community. Eating to-go food from black-owned business food trucks.
All he does is play like an MVP, and niggas be like, "We hate you."
2-time MVP at that. They hate how successful this nigga ended up being. They wanted that nigga to be a running back so bad, and it just didn't work.
That's honestly that's really it. That's really it.
They hate that their projections of him were all the way wrong, and that he's a 2-time MVP. Can't take those things away from him.
Talking about he was supposed to be a receiver or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, not bad for a running back. That's what they used to say. Damn, bro. Justice for Lamar Jackson, bro.
Real shit. Justice for Lamar. But
you think he wins that? You think he wins that game this week against the Steelers? Winner takes all. Do you want him to win? I don't know how you feel right now.
I don't know because I feel 2 separate ways. Cause like one, I want him to win because like imagine he win, and if they win and he gets into the playoffs, I would like to see him like make a run just to like shut niggas up. But I mean, I always want to see Lamar make a run because he's probably my favorite quarterback in the league right now outside of Dak. But I mean, Dak's my favorite because I like the Cowboys. But like, I want to see Lamar get on a run. That'd be dope to see. So that's part of the reason I want them to win. But then like I want them to lose a little bit because like. One, that nigga's hurt, so like his body needs rest. He doesn't need playoffs for real. And 2, like I think they might need to fire Harbaugh because it's just always it can't be. He's been the coach there for like damn near 20 years, and every time it gets to like outside the Super Bowl run with Joe Flacco going crazy, every time it gets to like a real deal, especially in recent years, it gets to a real deal like important moment in the game. Some player fucks up. It just can't like if you're the coach and this happens, it's always like a player making a grave mistake every single time. I think it's a coaching problem, bro. Like it's no excuse every single like a Derrick Henry fumble out of nowhere, a Mark Andrews fumble out of nowhere, Zay Flowers juking backwards and then fumble. Like all this, like it has to be like a coach issue and blowing all those leads and everything. So that's part of the reason why I want them to lose. So I don't know. I feel 2 ways about it. I can't call it. I don't know if I want them to win or lose.
If this was any other year, I'd say, hey, I wouldn't mind them losing. Nigga, this is the best opportunity to get this. Go ahead, get the Super Bowl.
That's
Bro.
the thing.
There's too many heavy hitters. There's too many heavy hitters injured and knocked out. Nigga, if it and y'all clicking at the right time, Derrick Henry like scored like 4 touchdowns like the other week. Y'all can get this shit together. Y'all can really get on the run because all you have to do is really beat Buffalo. And y'all have shown that y'all have enough offensive firepower to beat them niggas. Y'all beat them niggas in week 1. Well, y'all was supposed to, and then everything fell apart.
Exactly.
And I don't believe that the Patriots they're too young.
Mickey Mouse team, bro. The Patriots are Mickey Mouse. I don't give a fuck. They're a Mickey Mouse team.
They're young. I don't know any other AFC. I don't know anybody else in the AFC outside of maybe Houston that might give you fits because Derek Stingley that's the A. That Houston defense, I gotta respect it. That should look great. But god damn it. It ain't like their offense been clicking on all cylinders. You have a chance. You have a chance. So if Patrick Mahomes was still in the mix right now, I'll say something else.
I say chill, bro. Like just chill out.
Like Bo Nick, you dealing with Bo Nix, you're dealing with you
can beat a Bo Nix. You can beat a Bo Nix. Trevor Lawrence, you can beat Trevor Lawrence.
Buffalo, you can beat Denver, you can beat Houston. Hey, man. I don't know. But I do think they need to go ahead and let Harbaugh go because even when Lamar was like playing, they've never been able to figure out a healthy balance between Lamar and Derrick Henry. Like the way they do not be using them niggas. It shouldn't be hard. Both of these niggas are threats.
Both of these are Hall of Fame. Both of them are first ballot Hall of Fame players. Granted, like Derrick Henry's not in his prime, but he's not in his prime. Like that nigga still he ran for like 200 yards and 4 touchdowns last week. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. And I realized this nigga's not a bruiser. His body type is not how he plays football. He's really not like no contact seeker, for real. Which is why he's been able to play for a long time. He just knows how to stiff arm a nigga, and it looks demoralizing. I'm realizing this in real time.
Niggas are afraid to tackle him too, so that also helps.
You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to. He low-key a speed back in a big nigga body. Nigga just knows how to turn the jets on that right.
It just takes him a while to get there, but like not even necessarily a while, but like it just takes him like once he gets rolling, he's rolling. It just he got to speed up a little bit. But once he hits that second gear, you're not catching him though.
You're not catching him.
And if
once
you
he builds that momentum,
him, you can't take him down, even if like because you're either too afraid or you're too small to take him down. So
exactly because that speed and that power. Nigga, I get the fuck out the way too. That's why niggas started finding that cheat code. Okay, all we gotta do is punch this ball out, nigga. You're not trying to seek this contact. You gotta work on that.
Let's get into some basketball real quick.
I bet.
It's not too much that happened in basketball, or some conversations we're gonna have actually. But yeah, But I want to share my screen first because I don't know if you saw this, but I need you to see this. I need you to hear this. Have you seen this dunk on Jalen Suggs?
No, I have not. I've heard about the dunk, but I have not listened to it.
I need you to watch the dunk. I need you to listen to the commentary.
Got numbers again, 2-on-1.
Zealous fly! If you're gonna try, you better try hard.
There it is right here. www.myface.com. Jalen Suggs. He tried. Give him an A for effort, but he's on the post the machine. Get up or get out the way. Woo! His hand. Got numbers again, 2-on-1.
Why did you say that?
Hey, that nigga Sean King he's been doing this for years. He's been doing this forever. Sean King. He's been doing this forever.
The white nigga that say he black, Sean King?
Yeah, I think his name is Sean King, if I'm not mistaken. He is I'm not gonna lie to you, he's been doing this for years. He was who's that other nigga that be doing it for Charlotte? Eric Eric Collins. He was Eric Collins without the PR. Niggas didn't know who this was. The only reason why I know who this nigga was during the dark ages of Rockets hoops when we traded James Harden. There was a time where Kenyon Martin or Christian Wood, oh Lord, That nigga being on my team. One of them niggas dunked. One of those niggas dunked, or got dunked on, and I was watching the Chicago Bulls broadcast, and that nigga was like, "Whoa, ho, open up, open up your mouth wide and take it." And that's when I was just like, "Whoa, what are you talking about?" So ever since then, I've been like keeping an eye on this nigga. Like anytime there was like people try to do those edits of like commentary, like pause-worthy commentary or whatever, or just crazy commentary. That the Bulls commentator be on there. If it's a top 10, 3 or 4 of them niggas, it's him. It is him. So I'm saying all this to say that was mild. I'm saying I'm saying I said all that to say what we just heard was very mild compared to what that nigga can and will say. Nigga, them times Vucevic hit game winners, that nigga was I'll probably have to pull that shit up. That nigga was acting a fool. He was acting a fool. But no, I did not hear that. That nanner.
Like that's a special person. That's a special nigga, bro. But
that's crazy.
We want to talk about basketball though, because we want to talk about the whole like when Jokic getting hurt, and he's gonna be out, or he's getting reevaluated in 4 weeks, so he could be out longer. That puts him in like a little bit of a situation because he might not meet the 65 game threshold for the awards in the NBA that got implemented like last season or
last season was the first. Yeah, I think last season was the first season.
It got implemented recently. Let's just put it like that. It got implemented recently, and people are saying like because of that he might not make a. Well, he's in the MVP race because he's always in the MVP race. But they're saying he might not be able to get that. He might not be able to get a first team All NBA selection or make any All NBA team rather. So like
he won't be qualified for any of these awards.
Yeah, he wouldn't qualify for any of the awards at the end of the season. And people are saying like, "Oh man, we need to change the 65 game rule. We need to make it 50 or make it 60 games or what have you." And that's something like initially when the 65 game cutoff got announced, I was sort of on that side. I thought it was a little bit like, why 65 games? Why is that? That's basically the whole season. Like, why is it even a thing? But like now that the 65 game has happened and people are saying, "Oh, they should change it," I think it's fine, honestly. Like it's just a cutoff, and sometimes niggas get hurt. Like niggas get shot every day. Like it just happens. I don't think it's a bad thing for the 65 game rule.
Yeah, and I think because I was always on the side of I understood why they use 65 games because they're just basically looking at the history of the NBA, and this is basically for MVPs anyway. Of like, okay, like 65 games is about around the average of all of our MVP winners anyway. So fuck it, why not? But I think once all NBA started getting like tied into stuff like that, people started like talking about how this was, fucked up, or we should lower the games. I don't think changing the game, changing the number amount was ever going to do anything because you're always going to have a nigga on the cusp. There's always going to be a nigga that's 54. Yeah, and if you say 55, there's always going to be a 53 game ass nigga. It'll be that one year that Wemby ends up only making 52 games, and you're like, so you're telling me he's a worse defensive player than Evan Mobley? I was like, well, nigga, all right, bro, like what the fuck? But I think the real issue that people don't want to talk about, or the real root cause of the issue, is I don't think all NBA stuff, like stuff dealing with like all NBA, should be contract incentive shit. Like, I don't. If shit is tied into your contract, I don't think that should really just be like or I'll say like, in order for your contract to be fully guaranteed, like this shit has to happen. That's the only reason why niggas is fucking complaining about this shit in the first place. If it wasn't tied in the contracts, I think niggas would just, oh shit, I didn't make it this year, I'll try again next year. But I remember when Tyrese Halliburton pushed himself to play last year because he was on that cusp of not making the 65 games. shit because he was having lingering injuries, and he pushed himself to go do it, so he wouldn't lose out on like $20 million or $30 million. And I'm not saying that I can't say that ultimately was his demise because that ended up being a hamstring, not a calf.
Yeah.
But it's just that mentality of just like, okay, well, it's one thing to have incentives in your contract. It's another where it's like, okay, like these million, like you won't be eligible for this supermax because you didn't do that.
Like,
Nigga,
that's the thing.
if you are a franchise player, are you telling me you're not going to give this nigga a supermax? You tell me Jokic is not going to get a supermax because he didn't make All NBA this year? But that's the best player you ever had in your fucking franchise, nigga? Come on now.
That's what I agree with you on. Like, I think I feel like contract, like the incentive should be like, oh, how like NFL incentives are, because I know you might get
$1 million here,
$1 million, you get 1,000 yards receiving or something like that. Like with All NBA team, this should be like that. Like, oh, I made an All NBA team. Here's an extra like $5 million or something like that. You know, but now like with the NBA though, when you make a All NBA team, they say, oh, now you're eligible for a supermax, which is like an extra 20, 30 million. Like that's a little bit too much, but like a smooth like boom, you made it. Here's like here's a 5 million or even a 1 million type of bonus on top of your season. Like I think that's better than like all the supermax laden or having stuff tied to supermax and things like that. Like that's just
what I'm saying. It's tied to like life change. Okay, like when life changing money is on the board, yeah, niggas gonna do whatever it takes to get back on the court, rush an injury. When it comes to Jokic, I get it. Jokic has won his fair share of MVP.
He's not rushing back because
he's not going to rush. He's fine. He's not going to rush back. Nobody's going to think less of him and these all time great convos because he didn't make this All NBA team this 1 year in 2025. Like
even if they do think less of him, he won't care.
He won't fucking care, and anybody with common sense wouldn't fucking care either. But but when it comes to the stuff like that, that's where the real issue lies. When we stop having that kind of incentive based stuff in our contract, because the NBA is going to be on some, or at least owners. It's rare that you see NBA owners say like, okay, I know you didn't make this, but you know, because you're our guy, we just gonna give you this money anyway. You know, we're gonna just do it anyway. No, some niggas trying to save money anywhere they can. Some niggas be, you see it in the NFL all the time. Some niggas be trying to sit niggas or making sure niggas don't get certain amount of passes on week 18. To get their incentives. We see all that shit all the time. There's some grimy ass niggas. So for petty, not petty change, but I'm saying, but you know, normal incentives, 500,000, $1 million, 5 million. Ooh, 40 million is not unlocked because I can't. No, nigga, and on top of that, if I get traded against my will, I'm losing 70 million. Like the amount of money Luka lost because he got traded to LA. Like, bro, what?
Luka got his own issues right now, but like, I know he's still hot about that. Like, nigga, 70? I lost 70? And like, then on top of that, now I'm in LA, which is a different tax whole thing instead of Texas. I'm sick.
Like, I'm sick as hell. Like, yeah, I'm playing with Braun, and yeah, like, shit, cool, and the weather's fine, but like,
weather nice and Dallas, cool.
I'm saying, like, I loved it there, and I didn't ask for this, so I'm getting robbed of 70 million. That's not what it was meant to be. It was meant for niggas wanting to stay with their team. That was a nigga that wanted to stay with his team. That's why the Supermax, hometown Supermax was even in play. Exactly. That's crazy. He got hold. He got hold. That's so sorry.
That's still one of the crazier things of 2025.
Bro, and it happened. It happened pretty fucking early in the year too. Wasn't there a fight going on that year? That night, it was a boxing match or something.
Was that the Mike Tyson and Jake?
It better not have been no fucking Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Was it?
I think it was.
I feel like it was like some tank. I thought it was like some tank shit or like some not Ryan Garcia, but I felt like it was like
nah,
because you went there.
I remember when I watched Tank. And I was
You
in,
went somewhere though.
yeah, the Luca thing. I went somewhere, and that's how I remember. Because I remember getting it. And I was like, "What the fuck?" But I think
But I don't think you would go out your way to like drive to watch a Mike Tyson Jake Paul
no,
fight.
I
So
went somewhere, but it was just because it just something just happened to be happening that night. I remember because the Mike Tyson thing was on my phone, and I started watching it, and I was like, "I'm not watching this shit. I don't care." And then I stopped. But I think that was the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight.
I don't know why I thought that shit was like in May or something. Like that Mike Tyson fight was like in May or some shit.
Why did that happen? What are we doing? What the?
And side note, prayers to Anthony Joshua. That nigga got into a car crash. Two of his niggas died. I meant to put that on We Do Not Care, but shout out to him. I mean, I'm glad he's alive. But hopefully he has a speedy recovery. I don't know all the injuries. I heard it was minor injuries, but you never know with shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's a crazy way. That's a crazy way to go out. But nah, that was a crazy thing for Luka.
Yeah.
That's that nigga.
But Greg, I think it's that time though.
I think it is too. Last week of NFL picks. I promise you, as soon as I get this button open, as soon as this shit will play, oh my god. There we go. Alrighty. I promise you, by the time this week is done, I'll have the updated picks. Today is not that day. Today is definitely not that day. Saturday. What's today? Oh shit, we got Saturday games.
And we got 2 Saturday games.
Oh shit. Okay. And they both mean something. They both have real implications right now. Panthers versus the Buccaneers is up first at 4:30. I might give me some food for this. Jax, who do you have?
Ooh, this is tough because the Panthers are the Panthers, and they be winning games, but it looks horrible every time they win.
Kadoosh.
And the Bucks are the Bucks, and they get wins, but they start to look terrible as well. It's very, you know what though? I'm gonna go Bryce Young. You know why not? Let's go Bryce Young.
I've been trying to stick it out with Baker for the longest.
He started off the season so hot, it was amazing.
To protect my my early prediction, I'm a ride with the Bucks till the wheels fall off. I'm gonna go with the Bucks, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers go ahead and take care of business.
I'm not surprised with whoever wins this game. It won't surprise me.
Absolutely. Next game, 8:00. Seahawks versus the 49ers. A 13-3 versus a 12-14. Nigga, I would have never thought some shit like this would happen. Who do you have?
I'm gonna go Seahawks. I'm gonna go Seahawks. Because everybody on the 49ers still be hurt a lot. And their defense not very good anymore because everybody's hurt. So
I feel like I've been saying that same sentiment for like 9 to 10 weeks, and they find ways to win. So I think for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and pick the 49ers because Sam Darnold be looking like poo trash sometimes when he plays a competent team. When he plays a competent defense, all of a sudden the nigga gets picked off, shit be happening.
He turns back into Sam Darnold.
I'm like, nigga, what the fuck's going on? Just throw that shit up to JSN, nigga. You got JSN and Cooper Kupp. Figure it out, nigga. But at the same time, one thing I can't sleep on is the Seahawks and their defense and their special teams. Them niggas be getting touchdown. What's it? Shaheed?
Yeah.
Is he still out there? Yeah, niggas be running it back for touchdowns out there. So, it'll be a big bit impact, but Brock Purdy been hooping. Brock Purdy has been hooping, so I'm going to go ahead with the 49ers. Later that week, or the next day, I'm tripping. Sunday night, another banger. Winner takes all. Ravens versus Steelers. We talked about it earlier in one of our last subjects. Jax, who do you have?
You know what, man? I want to see Lamar win. Mike Tomlin already got his government mandated 8 wins or whatever.
This
So
nigga's funny.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
Going Ravens, going Ravens. I fuck it. I'm gonna go to Ravens too because I mean I have no loyalty to the Steelers. Like I mean,
Yeah,
there's nobody that I see there that I'm just dying to see in the motherfucking playoffs. And that nigga Jalen Warren almost cost me a fucking championship game in fantasy. So I mean, yeah, I was looking at Ramondre Stevenson on my bench, almost crying, almost cried, nigga. That nigga was going insane. And oh no, Monday night.
yeah.
That's it. Jax, who is your lock for the week?
This is hard because I feel like a lot of teams are probably going to be sitting their starters, but I don't know who was sitting their starters.
That record gonna tell me everything I need to know.
That being said, though, this game has no play. I don't think this game has any playoff implications at all. But you said pick a lock. I'm gonna go ahead and it's Saints versus Falcons. Give me. Actually, it's probably gonna be an upset, I guess. But give me the Saints. I'm taking that as my lock.
I will say, if the Falcons do win this game and the Buccaneers win their game, there is a rare chance that the Falcons end up winning that division.
What?
By technicality, I think based off because I think it all goes head to head because all of them would have the same record and it would go off of, I guess, wins against each other or whatever. I have to look it up, but this is still an important game for the Falcons. The Falcons could low key win this bitch, which is very surprising.
If the Falcons somehow, if it is true, and the Falcons could somehow win the division, that'd be insane. Because what the fuck? What is that polar bear doing in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean it was very pivotal for them niggas to beat the Rams. That's that was fucking nuts. My lock of the week, man. Nigga, I hope this is a lock. Give me the fucking Cowboys. I don't think Dak is gonna sit out this week. And it's the fucking Giants. I don't care about superstition, nor do I care if we actually win or lose this game. So if we do lose, oh whoop de fucking do. But it is my lock. Go do something productive. Jax, what's your upset?
This one is surprising because they have the Packers as the underdog. If I'm understanding this correctly, so I'm taking the Packers over the Vikings.
They don't believe in Malik Willis, bro.
I mean, he got hurt toward the end. It says he's questionable. I'm pretty sure he's still gonna play. And even then, fucking JJ McCarthy sucks.
Shit, is it JJ McCarthy playing? He playing? Is he the one that's gonna be playing?
It might not be. But their other quarterback is also trash. So like, what are we doing?
You're also correct. Also. For me, my upset, for the last week of the season, I must put my wrist up. Give me the Cleveland Browns. I have them beating the Cincinnati Bengals. The Browns have something to play for. Myles Garrett is still trying to get that goddamn half sack. Shedeur is trying to remain a starting quarterback somewhere. I think they'll come up there and maybe they even shut Joe Burrow down early. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I don't know what's going on in Cincinnati, but I got the Browns.
They don't know what's going on either. They don't know what's going on either.
All right, bet. And I think with that, I think that's our cue to get into hot take to the week. Jax, what's your hot take of the week going into 2026? First hot take of the new year.
Yes, sir. All right, my first hot take of the new year. It sort of pains me a little bit to say this, but if you played in college for 6 years at quarterback, it's a no-go for you. Like you stayed too long. You're not. If it's taking you 6 years in college, it's not for you. And that hurts me to say that because Michael Penix, who I believed in, he was one of those 6-year quarterbacks. And I can't believe in him no more, unfortunately. But like 6-year college quarterbacks, no sir. If you've been in college 6 years, you're not good. Like, I'm sorry.
There's never been a 6. There's never been a 6-year quarterback where I was like, that's my franchise right there.
Yeah, nah.
And I tried my hardest with him. I was
Michael
a fan
Payne
of him.
scared me a little bit. I like the do-rag and the strong arm and all that, but nah, 6 years is not it.
I was just a fan of representation. I like seeing niggas that look like me. Hendon Hooker kind of pump faked me too when he was in Tennessee. I was like, damn, this nigga might be nice. Nigga hooping. I think the closest thing to something really coming into fruition when it comes to 5-6 year quarterbacks. I don't know how long it took for Cardale Jones, but that was a moment for me. I don't even know how long he was in college. It just felt like forever.
Well,
Yeah, it felt forever. And he should have left earlier than when he
should have left after that playoff run. Like
right after that playoff push, he should have left.
Like it wouldn't have worked out for him in the NFL, but like he would have made so much money.
He would have made so much more money. He would have had way more opportunity. People would have had a longer leash for him.
That's what that Ole Miss quarterback needs to do because they're saying he's trying to get because he started out like 4 years at a D2. He was like really good at D2. He won like the national championship with them, I think twice. But he's trying to get a 6th year of eligibility. It's like the NCAA. They've said so far that they probably won't give it to him, but like. If he has another good playoff game, he needs to try to leave as fast as possible. Because, like, nigga, bro. I don't care that you're 5'11". You got an arm. You can make it. It's not a good quarterback class.
At all. I'll tell you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn. I got 3 on my mind. I'm only gonna pick one. Okay, I think I got mine. My hot take is make money scenarios realistic. What I mean by that, I'm tired of you niggas talking about would you punch your mama for $1 million? I'm tired of those dumbass. Of course, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, $1 million is hypothetical. I need there to be an actual game show that is like not no niggas up running up on niggas across the street and shit. I need something a little bit more organized so shit is safe. And I need shit realistic. I need to come up there a couple like a mom and son duo that you just see. Hey, I got $1,000 in my pocket right now. If you slap your mom, it's right here. You looking at it. I want to see more realistic. Like, let me see where your morals really stand. Because I got $1,000. I'm gonna give it to you right now. Slap your mama. Let's have those kind of conversations if we're gonna do it. Because all this 30 million, $1 billion, nigga, shut up. You know we gonna do that. But if I got 300 in my pocket, what's up?
300 is crazy.
No, but I need to see how because catch a nigga on the right, catch a nigga on the wrong day. Catch a nigga when the rent due. Nah, like let's see how bad it really gets for some of you niggas. That's way more entertaining than you having these cliche ass $1 million questions for some basic shit. Because everybody knows the role that they need to take. Because if me and my mom was out there and they said $12.5 million, my mom's gonna look at me and say, "Why didn't you slap me?" That's easy. It's easy. But if I slap my mom over 500, my mom's gonna look at me fucking nuts. A lot of niggas will look at me nuts like, "Yo, are you dead ass?"
It only took 500.
It only took 5. Do you hate her? You hate this woman, nigga? And I feel like my mom got 500 on her at any time to just give me. Like, yo, if you need it, you could have just called me. So that's what I want. I want more realistic situations. If we're going to have these little hypothetical scenarios, make them more realistic so that we can really judge niggas' morals. You can't judge nobody's morals based off of 30 million.
That sound like I feel like that's a Black Mirror episode, bro. Like,
yeah, it might be.
We're not saying. So. I think something like that happened. Like they was doing what I think they were doing it to themselves though to make money and like people like watching them. Oh, it was weird.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
So like it wasn't like that concept specifically, but it was somewhat sort of like that.
But like
I
niggas
feel
are
he,
like the niggas
pulled
was
his
watching
tooth
them
out.
in the game show. Yeah,
Yeah, like a dude pulled his tooth out, and like they gave him money for it, something like that. Like,
yeah, that's something
but like
crazy.
that's basically what you're describing, which would be crazy.
Essentially, just not as gruesome, but it's just like, okay, where do your morals lie? Oh, for sure. We've seen terrible shows before. We've seen terrible shows, and on top of that, I just kind of want the conversation to stop. I think we have certain shit like this, it would just stop the conversation in general. Like we just know there's terrible.
Let's see if you really want to.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if you're really down for this.
Exactly.
I should have fucking. I feel like family dynamics would change drastically.
So fast.
In certain situations. That shit crazy. It'd be the worst when, everybody from the family dynamic have different financial situations. Like one is like doing really good, but there's another part of your family that's, they is struggling. That's when it start getting real active. Cause now you got all those environments in the same room,
See,
some of my cousins
I was gonna ask how much you would slap your mouth, but that's digital. Let me not tear the family apart. Because if you ask me, I wouldn't answer the question. So that's why I'm not even.
Nobody wins when the family feuds. I tell you, and just delete that part of the pod. Like it just. Cause now my mama watched the part. Like now my mama just watched shit. I'm like, yo, what you mean you saw the Family Feud TikTok? That shit fucked me up. Stay on Facebook. Stay on Facebook.
I don't think my mama has seen like old episodes, but I don't think she's seen like new stuff, which is probably for the better.
I feel like our old stuff was probably a little more.
Like I know she's seen like our very first episode, but she hasn't. I don't think she hasn't kept up or nothing like that.
I don't think she's seen any collab episodes, which is good.
Definitely,
it's good for her. Don't watch no collab episode. But I will say, in the midst of her trying to find the Family Feud TikTok again, she ran into the TikTok, like the TikTok page. Oh. So then she just started watching like random shit. Like we got those pinned ones, the Black History Month. Yeah. Who would you sacrifice? And you was just like, who is the gorilla man? I'm like, Mom, we don't have time to go down. There's nobody that you need to be concerned about. I promise you. Just know that we picked correct. We picked Martin Luther King. We picked the right nigga. But that wraps it up. Jackson, any last words?
New year, whether it's a new year or whether it's the same you, just try to make it count. Make it a good year for yourself.
Yeah, do what the fuck you want to do in 2026. Because if you're doing shit just to appease everybody else, you will have a horrible 2020 because you're not doing what you want to do. I hope whatever you are trying to do is also legal though. Okay, I would hate for you to. Very true. I would hate for you to get packed up. Oh, I did what I wanted to do. Well, you in jail, nigga. Oh, that's not what I'm. Don't say, hey, Greg told me do whatever I want to do, and then you just did some.
I'm not in it. Don't put my name in it.
Because I'm a snitch, nigga. I'm a tell, nigga. What is wrong with you?
Call me Young Thug, because I will snitch on you.
Yeah, bro. Rico? Nigga. You ain't met Greg, nigga. All right, nigga. We'll catch y'all niggas next week. And TikTok's on the way.